When did they leave?
That
is a great question.
We did a lot while they were gone.
Did you meet Thanos?
We didn't. We met Thanos in the.
Okay, so it's not episode 32. Did you have? Oh fuck.
The session started with the consequences of Torden's wish.
Yeah, that's the last one they were here when I made my wish. To set
when you made
free.
Your wish.
When I made the wish to set you all free from the giant griffin.
Okay, so they only missed 2.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
Oh, so they...
Oh, no, I do.
But
the griffin was on top
you
of
got
us.
crushed by a giant griffin.
Yeah. I was very confused for a second there. Yeah, we were there for the griffins.
Yeah, I saved you from being crushed by the griffin's dead body.
Yes.
I made a wish. And then the following session when no one was there, we kind of had the consequences of that.
Mommy, can you get
Great.
And what were the consequences of that wish?
We had a tiny Torden.
We hit teeny tiny me.
Which then went wrong.
Tiny.
I was teeny tiny to
no.
the point I stabbed you and you didn't even notice.
I appreciate that you stabbed me.
And then we used enlarged person on them. And then they grew a bit, and then the teeny tiny person bit wore off, and then we had Godzilla.
I am very sorry that I missed that.
Yeah, I went from teeny tiny to absolutely humongous to the point I was picking up the roof off buildings.
So genuine Godzilla moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically...
I wanted to go.
Yeah, basically Michael cast enlarge on her twice to bring her back up to about 3 feet. They then took her to the recapitation station, who cast remove curse on her, which removed the shrinking spell, but didn't remove the enlarged spell, so she jumped up to 14 foot.
Nice. Genuine Godzilla.
This is while they were handing over the griffin body to the griffin farmer who put up the bounty in the first place.
Oh, and then we met royalty. We met the royals as well.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a meeting with the king. The king's not doing too good. And we bumped into...
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the mage sister to Daral. And then the queen, hits her in the face, and it was great.
I have questions. I need a recap on everything. I have a bit more spare time now.
And then Padwin comes in on this and is like, I helped too, my paws were defibrillators.
Oh yeah, and he walked around looking like a brain trying to eat Morela's head.
And that happened, yeah.
I was a Balrog.
Of course we were. Because why wouldn't you be?
Hey Trin.
Oh, sorry for being a hot minute.
That's alright.
We just sort of gave David and possibly Liam the rundown.
Of course.
Liam may not be here.
He may or may not be here, we're not sure.
But at least we can confirm that none of us know whether or not he's in, so...
Okay, so after visiting with the king, basically the outcome of that was the king, whose name is Alfred, who is... where is he? Who's this guy? He and Jen have basically been trying to broker a treaty between people of Northwic and the Alphas, But that all went to shit because Alfred is suffering from an illness of some kind. And that flared up while you were having your meeting. So as a result, you guys have all been excused from the dinner, and you're just making your way back.
Oh yeah, and Trin and Morella are running around in sexy little dresses.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my god, yes, I forgot about that.
What?
We went to dinner with royals, so we all had to dress up, and Katie dressed them.
So you can imagine,
Oh my.
this is what Padwin turned into last session. A T-Rex, a Mimic, a Flaming Pony, a Sphinx, a Tarrasque, and a Screaming Flying Skull.
Hang on, I missed the flaming pony part.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
All of this was while he was inside a little bubble.
Why was he in a bubble?
Because he was getting in our way.
Because when he was a power orc, he was setting the garden on fire.
Ah. Yeah, that tracks.
And where is it?
I understand. Ish.
Do you?
I'm gonna say I do.
This is Padwin as a power orc.
Nice. That would be. I can understand him setting the garden on fire. You know, if he's, or if he himself is on fire.
And what's his name? We forgot the name of my own NPCs. And Connor has the griffin and is feeding it bottles of human blood.
Everyone's favourite activity.
Possibly concerning.
It's fine. What could go wrong?
Didn't somebody ask us if we
few things
had
like he
a baby
gets a taste
griffin
of
or
human
access
blood.
to a griffin as well?
Yeah, it'll be
Somebody
fine.
asked us about griffin.
Okay.
Or Panama.
You know what? I trust that I've left you guys running this for a bit, and I'm just gonna trust that it all works out okay. I'm just gonna smile and wave.
Well, you can watch the recap videos now and
Yes.
determine how
Yes.
wrong that is.
Yes.
Okay, so you've returned back to the Alpha base. Scott is in a really bad mood, to the point that he is leading the way very substantially. You come back to the Alpha base, where George is standing to his usual attention. You come inside, and Scott immediately just charges straight over to George. Just immediately says to him, "George, get my bow."
One of us is gonna die.
Not it.
So Jen goes over to him and is like, "Scott, no." Any of you guys want to get involved?
I just want to see what happens. Anyone want to lay bets that Scott's going to shoot Jen?
What?
I'm gonna just stay where I am, but like prepare healing spells.
I'm gonna have my. Wait, do we have our weapons now at this point? We left them, didn't
not
we?
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
Oh yeah. Hello.
eBay.
I'm gonna have my bow ready.
Yeah, just so you know, all of your equipment has been unequipped because you're all dressed up in your tuxedos and dresses. So at some point you will need to.
You have to go to your room and get your stuff.
Okay.
But Scott is currently about to shoot someone.
He doesn't have his bow either. I will step forward a little bit in like sort of preparation to stop him shooting somebody.
So Scott and Jen are now in a heated argument. He's like, "It wasn't your son that bitch tried to rip apart by them. What would you expect me to do?"
I feel like I've missed something.
So what was that, David?
I said I feel like I'm missing something. Why is Scott angry?
The woman that we met at the Royals a wizardy lady came in. She knows about Padwin and she tried to have him kidnapped and dissected.
Okay. Oh, well, in that case, I'm all on board giving him the go.
So Jen basically turns to you and is like, "That's not helping. Be quiet." At which point George then says, "Right away, sir," and goes off to the armory to go get Scott's equipment. Scott then sort of charges into here.
Can I get my bow?
Yeah, all of your stuff is basically just in your chest and stuff.
I'm more directing that at Jen.
He said, Jen, sort of ignoring you, just chases up to Scott.
I'm gonna go and...
I want to go stick my head through the door. So I don't really have much in the way of equipment I need to take.
Do I have any cool spells that could be used right now?
I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna go grab an axe, just in case.
Okay, I am gonna go into the living room bit, following everyone, and I'm going to cast second level motions.
Does he have to do anything to resist that or anything?
It is a charisma saving throw on 14.
Right. 24. 25.
I was like, give me the dice.
That's 19.
He makes it so it doesn't have any effect.
So Clarissa's going to come over, and
Is she going to cast the same thing?
yes, once I get this working. Okay, she will. So if you want to give yourself advantage on that roll, because she'll help you.
I need to roll it again then. You have to roll against her charisma, so 14.
Yeah, what happens is I cast the spell.
Is it?
Basically, you've got disadvantage.
Okay, so yeah. So Scott rolled again with disadvantage, and he got 9.
He does not make the spell. He fails. So what happens is, I'm basically just gonna, like, minute rage a bit, like, just so instead of being like in this rageful hate, it's like, okay, I'm annoyed, but I'm not gonna go out and murder people. Sort of just take it down a couple levels.
Okay.
And it lasts for a minute, so it's not long.
So basically, you've got a minute to make him not want to go and murder people.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Okay, Trin, do you want to do anything?
I'm just gonna go to my chest just to grab everything. Equip a bow and arrow quickly just in case we need to take anyone else down. Just in case things go really wrong.
Okay. And Liam, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd like to get my equipment back to you.
Okay. So you go past George, who's carrying this giant bow and a quiver full of arrows, and good evening, sir.
Just take the bow off him!
I give him the nod of good evening.
big
I
enough
don't
that you
bother to
take
grab
him
my
off
armor and
with
stuff. I
George.
just grab an axe and my crossbow and sling the crossbow sort of over my back, and then just sort of promptly follow George.
Okay.
I'm not getting dressed right now, but I'm grabbing a weapon.
Okay, so back in the living room, Scott calms down and Clarissa comes over to him. He's like, what happened? What happened? So Scott takes a deep breath. He's like, Gerda Duran is here. And then, sorry, excuse me. Right, so he basically says, Gerda Duran is here. And Clarissa then immediately looks at Katie, who is sitting on the floor with a Padwin-sized badger on the floor. And Padwin hasn't yet noticed that you guys have come in.
Oh, bless.
You also notice that there's 3 Franks sitting on the sofa.
Wait.
Why are there 3 Franks sitting on the sofa?
But darling, you can't have a Frank sandwich with only 2 Franks.
I don't even want to know what that is.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't. Can I push him off the sofa so I can sit on the sofa?
Sure. Okay, surprisingly you managed to... Oh goody, now we have a Torden sandwich.
No! I'm going to kick another one off.
So Katie scoops Padwin up and brings him over to Scott. Is that, you absolutely sure? Yes, I'm sure. And I'd remember that face literally anywhere. It's her, and I'm going to take her out.
I did think we went around murdering people, but we kind of do, so I can't really say anything.
Okay, does anyone want to try and talk him out of this?
Can I eat her and hide the evidence?
Wait, what? Let's not outright murder everyone just yet. Like, we need to try and paint ourselves a better, like, name, right? Before we do anything too crazy.
I would pretty convinced she poisoned the king, so I'm just gonna eat her anyway.
That's honestly valid.
I'm fully gonna stop you.
Oh no.
I like Padwin.
I'll eat Padwin too if you really must insist.
Ah, don't eat me, don't eat me.
I get that we want to act, but I think we need to be a bit of logic about this. We can't. We're trying to work towards a truce. Going in and, without reason, murdering up a mage who, yes, not many of the royals or the government might like,
Scorpion.
is going to paint a pretty bad look on us. We need to be careful, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to try and persuade Scott to stand down?
With my +0 charisma, hell yeah, I do.
Let's go.
Please hold, I'm using my iPad for D&D Beyond today, so I'm figuring out where everything is.
I can help.
Would this be a...
I can help. I'm a displaced beast. I have 9 paws.
Oh, wow. Persuasion check, did you say?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna use my inspiration straight off the bat. Okay, that's so much better. 15.
How bad was the original?
9.
Oh yeah.
I expected a nat 1 with the I go mile for that.
So George comes walking in with with all of his equipment, and he's like, "Your weapons, sir." And Scott just like turns to him, then looks to Padwin, looking on the floor, looking super cute. He's like, "No, the most important thing is to get Padwin out of here."
Okay, here you go, Padwin. I'm putting my mouth and putting my mouth.
Oh, so that's enough excitement, I suppose, for one night. We better get some sleep. We'll go an early start in the morning.
Yeah, probably for the best. Can I wait just to make sure that after the spell's worn off, he's not gonna go out on a murder spree?
Oh, I like sprees.
I'm sure you do, Padwin.
Yes, you need 3 in order to start a spree. That's why it's spree and 3. They rhyme.
Well, you're very smart, aren't you, Padwin?
Yes. I have 9 balls.
Yeah, because I have lots of dice.
Put that down. Put it down. Okay, so do you guys want to take your long rest?
Yes.
What are we doing in the next day?
I'm
Traveling.
feeling rather
We're
unrested
going
right now.
somewhere.
Okay.
We're going on an adventure.
It's just so I know what spells to prepare, so I don't misprepare the wrong stuff, because that would be bad.
Scott turns to you. It's like, yeah, it's a dangerous road we're going to be taking, so you may want to prep for that. It's not like any major encounter is being foreshadowed for you in the last session.
Oh, of course not. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, hang on. I have to go back. If it's going to be what I think it is, I'm going to cry. Okay, it might not be. So long as it's not another dragon, it's fine.
What do you think it is?
I can't remember. So, in my campaign on Friday, one of my player characters died
Oh,
to a
no.
dragon in session 7. It was a baby. I did not expect it to.
We are level 4. What were you
It's fine.
expecting?
I lowered it. You've hidden
I have
plenty.
clearly
We hit
provided
him
the
like
wrong
twice.
kind of inference.
Oh no! Please
No, get it off. That is.
Fortunately, ours was the ice one, but yeah.
Charlotte, I'm very sorry. I've clearly provided the wrong kind of influence towards
come over
dealing with
here.
magical creatures.
Yeah. It's kind of hit at the right time because the character that died, that player's gone away for a couple of weeks and can't play.
It's like you planned it out from the beginning.
Maybe.
Okay, so are you guys all going to bed now?
Yep.
Okay, so you each have the dream again. So who would like to go
Oh
first?
no. Oh no, not more
I can
dreams.
do it!
Not
I know
more
what I'm
dreams.
doing!
Oh yeah, please, don't. Oh.
Literally my time to shine.
Okay, so who's going
That's
first?
a dream in the fog.
It's
I'm
dream
lost.
time. Yeah, it's foggy dream time.
So who's going first?
I'm just gonna run off the cliff.
Okay, so Tortem finds herself standing alone on top of a cliff overlooking the castle.
I'm gonna jump.
And without any sort of pretense about mountaineering safety or anything, is going to hurl herself off the cliff. I've forgotten how much damage we worked out.
Oh no! Oh yeah, no, I'm not helping with that.
Wait, what if you die in dream? Do you die in real life?
No, I think
Well, we're about to find out.
last time in theory I should have died and I woke up, so.
True.
Divide by 5. Say an average of 3 damage per dice.
He's not even really rolling it, he's just calculating the max damage.
No, the average. That's 1,620 full damage you take. And Torden wakes up as soon as she hits the bottom.
That is a very, very tall.
Who wants to go next?
I don't have any idea what's going on.
We're
Okay.
having dreams and basically each of us has the same dream, but Matt wants to know what we do about the dream.
So basically, ever since you entered the mysterious magical shop, you've been having dreams about standing over a castle in the middle of a valley.
Right, okay, the items that absolutely weren't cursed. Okay, got ya.
So in your case, Liam, Alimba is basically just standing opposite, looking over a cliff, and below you, at the bottom of the valley, is a castle with tall spires and really high walls, and behind you is this mist, which is actively swirling from one side to another, very much in the same way like a cobra would whenever it's looking at you. So what would you like to do?
Did my school dish me a
I assume like just sort of jumping off the edge of the cliff isn't the right answer. If I try and go back into the mist, what happens?
Okay, so you basically just turn around and you walk straight into the mist. The mist becomes incredibly opaque, to the point that you can't actually see anything in front of you. But then after a moment or so, having walked in a straight line, you find that you've walked back towards the cliff edge in the exact same line that you were, but you haven't turned around or walked backwards at all.
Oh,
So you basically end up exactly where you were.
whoa. Okay.
To your left, however, you can see the mist is starting to part and thin slightly, so you can sort of see a path going around the cliff.
And I can take this?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I'll walk down the path.
Okay, so as you begin to walk down this path, you can see. It's basically like you're on a flat plateau on the cliff, and then it begins to slope downwards. But just before it slopes, there are 3 statues that are standing in your way. One of which has a sword in his hand. Another has a bag of gold, which is in the frozen motion of pouring gold from the bag into its hand. And then another one is holding a hangman's rope. And then inscribed on each of the statues in Orc language, stop it, is basically the words choose one.
Well, it's gotta be the sword then, isn't it?
Okay, perfect. So how do you pick the statue? Do you actively touch it, or do you just like mentally pick it?
No, I go with the grab. I go touch it.
Okay, so as you grab the sword that it's holding, you immediately wake up. Okay. Kashan, what would you like to do?
I'd like to do the same kind of thing. Do I get to the same sort of situation where there's the statues?
Yeah. Exactly the same, but you're not able to exchange notes or anything because you're all in your own version of this.
What was the third statue? So there was one with the gold, one with the sword,
And the hangman's rope.
and a hangman's rope.
Yep.
I mean, realistically, I'm going to reach for the sword too.
Okay. So you wake up as soon as you touch it as well. But Morella, what would you like to do? So in your case, but you sort of watch yourself in the same way like a video game cinematic of yourself walking into the mist and then walking back out again, and then you take control of yourself.
Okay, because last time I went into the mist, I am going to peer over the edge of the cliff,
Gently.
and I'm going to begin walking, seeing if I can find any paths.
Okay, so after a bit of preamble, you effectively walk down the same path that the others do.
And I'm guessing the same 3 statues.
Yep.
I'm not gonna choose. I'm going to look at each, making mental notes of everything, and I'm sort of just gonna stand there, arms crossed, looking at them, going, and what does choosing signify? And I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna choose.
Okay. So nothing seems to happen for a few minutes, but then the mist behind you, still swaying like a cobra, seems to get impatient and then engulfs you, and that's when you wake up.
Ah.
Okay, and Onyx, you basically watch yourself jump off the cliff, do your dimension door thing, and end up safely on the ground. In front of you is basically just like this wide plateau, and it's just completely covered with tombstones, like a cemetery. The mist is present down here, but it's not nearly as thick, like you can see through it and stuff. What would you like to do?
She
Trin?
did just say back, so she might not have heard you.
Oh, sorry. Was it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I only caught about like the mist and tombstones and stuff. So that's all I managed to catch from that. So sorry.
No, it's my fault. But yeah, so you're in the cemetery space. What would you like to do?
I'm guessing I can't see a whole lot because there is some mist around, right?
Yeah, but it's not particularly thick or anything.
Okay. You know what? Because there's apparently a dark side in me. I'm gonna have a look at the nearest tombstone. Just in case there's like a name or something on it. Just in case it's like any information.
Okay, so it's very overgrown and very sort of warm, but eventually you are able to sort of work past it, and you can see that it's your name.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh my god. What?
Wonderful.
At which point, the grave underneath you, because you're technically standing on it, begins to start
Yep.
shifting, bubbling up and down a little bit.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna step off it maybe. Just, just in case.
Okay, so in front of you is dressed in pretty much the exact same way as you are, but a skeleton comes out of the gravestone, and it just looks at you really. Once it clambers out and sort of just sorts stuff out, it just looks at you really blankly.
Joy. Okay. Ah. Wow, I don't even know how to comprehend this. Well, like, for a laugh, I'm just gonna ask it, is this a sign? Just in case I get an answer.
Okay, the skeleton is going to hold up an item to you.
Okay, gonna hesitantly step forward to, like, eye up what the item is,
Yeah,
if I can tell.
it's basically like a small pocket watch sized item of what looks to be a silver jewel in the shape of the sun.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out to take it to see if there's, like, any reaction.
Okay. As your fingers close around it, that's when you wake up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now Kashan,
Yes.
Kashan and Alumba, as the two of you both wake up from this, bear in mind that this is in the middle of your long rest, and you sit up in your bed, you hear a clattering noise as something falls out of the bed that you're lying in onto the floor.
I take a. Wait, does something fall out of each of our beds, or?
I remember stop sleeping in your helmet.
I mean, I'm definitely going to take a look and see what it's felt.
Okay,
Yeah.
so lying on the floor, like in this dim light. Oh yeah. So Kashan, you can see, not necessarily a particularly big axe. It's more like a one-handed one, but you can basically see a black bladed axe on the floor, and Lumber, you can see a very lengthy and what looks to be an almost golden spear lying on the floor.
It doesn't start whispering to us, does it? I had enough with whispering swords. I mean, I'd definitely pick it up.
Okay, so if you want to, so Kashan, if you want to add Blood Axe to your inventory,
Blood axe.
and Lumber, if you would like to add Ruin's Wake to your inventory.
Wake.
Ruin's Wake.
Oh, Ruins Wake. Got ya.
That sounds comforting.
I'm not finding this in my.
Oh, and let me
Okay.
add it for you. And items.
Wait 2 seconds. Grab and drink.
Yeah, for some reason it's not appearing on mine either.
Maybe you don't have it.
No, I should do. I've got the Explorer's Guide to Windermont. Leave this with me. I'll see what I can do with it.
No
Oh,
worries.
wait. That might be why. It's one word. Nope. Yeah, leave this with me. I'll see what I can do with it, because for some reason it's not adding it on my end either. Lumber, were you able to find Ruin's Wake?
No.
Hmm.
Sit. Sit.
That is weird. Leave this with me. I'll see if I can add them. But bear with me. Let me just copy the stuff into it.
I'm gonna be brave. Okay?
I'm gonna be brave.
Yeah.
And do what?
What's the scary one? As scary as everybody, but you still have to be brave.
That's the blood axe. That's the blood axe, and there's the Ruin's Wake. But I'll see about actually adding them to your inventory. Okay. Okay, so other than this interruption in your long rest, you carry on going to sleep. Aside from Kashan, whenever you discover that there's a brain at the bottom of your bed.
This is very...
Kashan?
I think Kashan went to quickly get a drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
So all of you managed to fall back asleep again. Aside from Kashan, when you discover that there's a brain at the bottom of your bed.
Great. Does that brain have legs?
Yes, it does.
Fantastic. By the way.
Can I throw something at Kashan and the brain bed opposite me and go back to sleep? Go to sleep! Throw stuff at them.
I have a brain.
Go away, brain.
I'm a brain.
Oh, you're a brain.
I copied you, Papa.
Bye bye.
I copied you.
Okay, so you guys carry on with your long rest until you guys wake up. So it's now early morning. So what would you like to do now? How would you like to start your day?
I am going to get all of my equipment strapped to it, taking this axe in hand.
Here you go. Tell anybody that you've got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, I'll mention it to the. I'll mention it if anybody. Yeah, I'll say that something weird happened. I'll mention that something weird happened. And I'll show them the axe.
Does anyone want to say anything about that?
Give me 2 seconds as I reopen my character sheet. Spells. Where are my spells? Okay, I didn't have a spell. You know what? I'm sure it's fine.
Is it
I
asking
don't
if
know.
this axe is cursed or something?
Well, I was gonna do detect good or evil, but I don't have that prepared.
I'm just going to pick up the axe and shake it.
Okay, nothing appears.
Okay, it doesn't appear to be bad. It's not doing anything.
Ensuring everything's absolutely fine, you know, it's normal to just randomly wake up with new things, right?
It happened after. Have we discussed the dream?
It's fine.
Because we met somebody who mentioned the dream,
It's
didn't
fine.
we?
Yeah, we
shopkeeper-
discussed it with some people.
Oh, yeah.
The
I think we
shopkeeper-
discussed it.
The shopkeeper said he was having the dream, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he was the one who advised you not to use the mist.
Oh yeah, he kept having the same endings.
Okay, so as you guys start discussing this, suddenly from the ceiling and landing flat on his face, Jason appears.
Oh yeah, I forgot about we lost Jason.
Hi, Jason.
We lost Jason. Oh yeah, we lost Jason.
We completely forgot about that. Yeah, we accidentally gave Jason to Frank.
How is
Yeah.
Jason looking? You know, after landing flat on his face.
How do you accidentally give somebody a Frank?
We made a comment in sarcasm and Frank took us literally. I literally
That's
took
not-
Jason.
That's not an accident.
I kind of forgot about it.
David's had enough of that. So Jason gets back up and was like, "Oh my god. Wait, can I say fuck? Yes, I can say fuck! Yes!"
We're just gonna look at Jason like,
Oh, I was sent to a land of pinkness and cutesy cuteness where all swear words are censored. It was a fucking horror movie.
I'm
Oh, God.
pretty sure you'd love that, really, Jason.
At least he's on One Piece. We're fine.
I'm assuming he's not pink or fluffy himself.
Unfortunately, he is actually. I'll do a perception check for me. Okay, so aside from like his usual sort of like arms and armaments, he's actually dressed up. He's got like pink cotton candy stuck to him.
Jason, you are aware that you are currently pink and censored and fluffy.
Does anyone say anything?
I just laugh and giggle and just look to remember this in forever.
Mm-hmm. This is a memory to treasure.
And you
Totally not
to
be used against
pink
him.
cotton candy, yeah?
Can I take a piece of cotton candy?
Where are you going to take it from?
Like by his neck, like on his shoulder.
Okay, so he recoils very dramatically when you do this, and he's like, it's so good to be back. I need to go wash. Fuck this place.
I nab some.
Okay, so he basically, so in a very manly and butch way, he skips away down the corridor and into the bathroom.
So it's done wonders for him. Damn.
Yeah,
I should
I
have
actually
him more.
I don't think we should be too concerned.
Oh.
Okay, so are you guys going to go into the main room, or are you going to carry on chatting in the bedroom?
I guess we're going to
Or
go to the main
dormitory,
room.
rather, is it?
I'm going to, like, on the way, can I check the armory to see if Scott's bow's still in the armory?
Oh no.
Sure. I'll do another perception. Okay, you poke ahead into the armory. You can very much tell that Scott's equipment isn't here.
I think Scott's gone out to murder someone.
I'm gonna head into the main room and ask George what's for breakfast.
Priorities.
Scott's gone on a murder spree. Need to go eat the evidence. I'm gonna go wander off now.
But first, George, breakfast.
Good morning,
I'm
sir.
there. Can I have a look around the place?
Sorry, you phased out there. Could you say that again?
Can I have a look around the place, see if he's here?
Okay. But can I get investigation from you, please?
Oh.
Okay, so George basically turns to you, Kashan, and was like, "We have something of an open menu for breakfast, sir."
Would Lady Jenna be on that list?
As far as I'm aware, no, my lizard friend. But we do have a vast variety of sausage, bacon, and burnt bread.
I'll have bacon and sausage. I'm gonna take them up. By the way, Scott's gone.
Master Birch is in the paddy at the moment. He's attending to his horse.
Is there any
With his
unburned
bow and
bread,
arrow,
George?
yes?
Yes, indeed. I believe he is fully kitted.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
walk
David,
outside.
what did you say?
Is there any unburned bread, George?
I believe so, but though it will be served cold.
That's fine.
You
Can I
can
get some
toast your
bacon
own
and some
breakfast, Sean.
sausages inside the bread? I want bacon and sausage as a sandwich.
Okay, so you so you guys go into the living room. You can see that Katie is sitting on the floor with Padwin, and Padwin is dressed up in a cat suit of armor, so he looks like this. If you guys want to check the Discord chat.
Oh.
Is that your cat?
Is there a reason that
Unfortunately
Padwin
not.
is dressed up?
I'm going on an adventure.
Is that wise?
He's going, and Katie just looks up at you and is like, he's coming with you to New Escort.
What?
Yes, I'm going to be a sacrifice. No, you're not, Padwin. You're not going to be a sacrifice.
Oh,
But-
he's my lunch then.
But I
Okay,
want to
that's
be
fine.
a sacrifice. I want to go play
Lovely.
with Uncle Thor and Granddaddy Odin.
I
Padwin,
can eat you and
it's
then
not
you can go
good to
play
be a
with them.
sacrifice.
Pretty sure they were on my dinner yesterday.
As I said, Lord Birch is in the garden tending to his horse. I believe Master Stick and the others are also there.
There's nothing I can do about it.
I believe, unfortunately, it seems that the wagon that everyone is awaiting is not available. Liam, is there anything you want to do?
I want to have the food in real life that you've been talking about. I'm not hungry boy now.
Including burnt bread.
You know what? At this
Hey.
point, maybe.
Sometimes a bit of burnt toast is good.
Sometimes you just be hungry enough to just be okay with whatever's available.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's not a situation where I ever choose to have burnt bread.
No?
No.
Deserted on an island. You've only got burnt bread. You're gonna give it to the birds.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I'd be in a permanent state wondering, like, because all I then smell is burnt bread, and I'd be in a permanent state of worry that I'm currently having a stroke.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so,
what?
so Jason comes out of the bathroom, cotton-fied and looking more fierce than usual. Ah, that's better.
Is it?
Like, it's so good to come home to find everyone was worried about my absence and was working hard to find me.
Do you?
Yeah, we kind of forgot you were gone.
Do you actually say that? Or-
Yeah. And this is just a double pass with a bit like eating a piece of bacon.
I've got my bacon and sausage sandwich in my mouth. Going, yeah, we were really worried.
No, we weren't.
Can I get a deception check from you with disadvantage, please?
Disadvantage.
He's going to use his inspiration, so it's normal roll.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me go back to my character sheet. That helps if I can. I'm pretty good at deception. I'm pretty sure. Am I? I got a +2. With disadvantage, you said.
Yeah, because Tordum is sabotaging you.
Ah, okay. So, well, with disadvantage, that's 12.
So that's enough for Jason to sort of like look around and he's like, "You were looking for me, right?" And so,
I'm just going to look at him and go, nope. Just shake my head.
what about you?
no.
You were looking for me. And you runs out. Wasn't anybody looking for me?
When it comes to Frank, there's no hope usually, so.
Frank was looking for you. He still is.
So Jen comes over and is like, "Where the hell have you been?"
Covered in pink stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so are you guys coming out into the garden or
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, sounds good.
So Scott comes over to you, and you can see that he's had something of a change of dress. So instead of having like the closed pointed hood that he normally has, he's dressing somewhat more openly. And you can also see that instead of just like the standard armor which he normally wears, he's wearing a more sort of like longer, almost dress attached to his armor. So it's very Assassin's Creedy. And he comes over to you and is like, "Oh, good. You guys are awake."
Oh, you're very incognito.
Well, we're not necessarily stealthing our way out. Well, anonymity would be good, but not necessarily sneaking out the back door.
I'm just going to look at the back gate, at the horses, and look at anyone else.
Okay, point taken. We are going out the back door, but...
Oh boy.
My understanding of people buildings is this is a door at the back. We are therefore going out of the back door.
Did someone say back door?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, we don't.
Jason did. I'm going to point to Jason.
So Jason basically runs and hides behind Onyx.
Oh,
What happened to the manliness?
Bear in mind that he's like 6'5", so he's towering over
God.
you, but while also hiding behind you.
I hate to break it to you, Jason, but I think he's going to be able to see you still. I'm a bit small.
Don't worry, Jason. I'll keep you safe.
Oh no, poor Jason. You can take it, Jason. I'm sure you can handle it. If you survived so far, I'm sure you're fine.
Oh, don't worry. He definitely took it. I took it too. We tossed a coin over it.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy for you. You know, I'm starting to pity Jason actually at this point.
Ooh. Charlotte, are you coming out as well?
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm still apparently in bed. Apologies.
Sleeping in? Damn.
Lorraine,
Sorry, guys, I had these crazy dreams.
Not do you actually sleep?
Lumber, are you coming out as well?
Do I have to? Okay, fine.
Right, I'm going to stick my head through the window and throw stones at you. Get out of bed.
Well, it's good that you guys are
Oh,
here.
lovely. I love you too.
We're a little bit behind schedule. But it was our hope to be leaving at first light, but unfortunately the wagon that your horse is going to be carrying is yet to arrive.
Love you too.
As well.
And also we need to hand over the keys to the Alpha contact of the city. So if you guys want something to do, you can go do that if you like.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I
We
mean,
can be definitely trusted to do that.
yeah. Besides, it means that we can do any last-minute shopping that people might need to do.
Can I come?
No,
But I want to come. I got my armour on.
you go on an adventure with Daddy.
But I can bring grenades.
What?
My paws are defibrillators, remember?
So am I.
This one's
Look,
Maybe next time, Padwin.
Yeah.
Look, Uncle Jason, I can kill you. Clear. Zzz.
Oh,
Oh, jeez, I feel so bad for him now. Wow. Getting bullied.
Well, try and make it quick. We will leave as soon as the wagon arrives. Here you are, and he hands over an envelope to you. Who wants to take it?
Rayla.
apparently I'm the most responsible, so it shall be me.
Okay. So he hands over an envelope, and you can feel from the inside of it that there's a heavy key in it, and written on the envelope is 221B Baker Street.
Oh no.
Maya, stop it.
I take it by that you understand the significance of that.
Yep.
We're not going to go find a dwarf, are we?
No, actually, the contact is halfling. A doctor, I believe.
Ah, so it'll be Dr. Watson.
Yes, that one.
And who
Yes.
was I thinking it was going to be the dwarvish man that likes to throw himself off buildings?
Okay, so Trin hasn't actually met said person. So
Did you say what?
So do you guys want to elaborate on how you know this person?
He threw himself off a building in front of us. Because it's
Oh.
a quicker way to get out of the building than going down the stairs, apparently.
I respect the actions. I can get behind that sort of method. I'm surprised he managed to live, but hey, if it works, it works.
Yes,
that
Charlotte,
his
why
fault?
exactly is he alive after throwing himself out the window?
Because Charlotte healed him and saved his life. Or did he not land on
Fine.
someone?
Oh boy.
Charlotte, have we lost you?
No, I'm still here.
So why exactly is said dwarf still alive after he threw himself out the window.
I think I might have healed him.
Nice
Possibly.
or was that a regret?
I don't think I'd regret healing people.
Okay.
It's not in
Fine.
my disposition.
Of course. Then it's okay. Just right. Let's hope he doesn't do that again before we need to like go off on our endeavor. Right?
Should probably be fine. Probably.
Yeah.
We just won't let him escort us anywhere.
Oh. Should I be worried about this man?
No.
The simple answer would probably be yes, but
Oh.
that's a story for another time.
So now.
Okay.
Right now.
So you basically put,
I have to go to
so you're basically here, and Baker Street is basically this long street
well, I have
here
to stay.
in the middle. So as you journey towards Baker Street, you very quickly establish why it's called that, and it's basically the place where all of the bakers and the flour presses and basically anything to do with baking occurs. So as soon as you enter the street, you're sort of assaulted with this aroma of freshly baked bread and cakes and things like that. That very yeasty smell sorts of things.
Great.
So depending on your disposition, you may or may not like that. But the one thing that you can ascertain from this street is that it wasn't built with any sort of design in mind. It's very much a case of if there's space, there's a building there. So you eventually come to a building which is marked 221, which seems to be merged in with a number of other buildings. So I can't really see particularly well because it's still hidden everything. Bear with me one moment. Oh yeah. So like this area here is a building which is technically linked to the same thing, but this is 220 as opposed to being part of the same building. So it's very ramshackled, and there's loads of buildings in places where ordinarily there shouldn't be. If that makes any sense at all.
They
Like-
put building on top of building on top of building on top of building.
Yep.
Didn't actually check where they put
Ah.
the building before.
So I take it you enter 221?
Yeah.
If that's what the key says.
Yep.
Okay, so you enter this sort of like porch area. Off to one side is a very small doorway, about the same,
Done.
just about big enough for Tordum to be able to fit through. Ow! Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only just big enough for Tordum to fit through, and so someone like a Jean or a Lumbo really wouldn't be able to fit.
Oh no.
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 I'll try.
So you'll go inside then.
Yeah.
Okay, so inside appears to be a cupboard and it's just filled with supplies. But the ceiling is very, very low.
Is there any goats? We'll look for a goat.
No goats.
Oh.
So
Only supplies, nothing of use.
the other side of the doorway that's in front of you is a big iron gate. And on your side there appears to be a sort of bell pull. You have to go back. So yeah, there's a bell pull on your side, and you can sort of see through the gate enough to sort of see this area where there's Maya, be quiet. Where you can see a halfling woman who appears to be watering the plants with her back to you.
should we try saying hello?
Hi, do you have a goat?
So the woman jumps out of her skin and spills water everywhere
Oh no.
and comes over to you guys. Oh, good morning. How may I help you?
We have something for the person who lives here.
Oh, I see. My name's Mrs. Hudson. I'm the landlady here.
We're
Do
looking-
you know anyone by the name Mr. Holmes?
She goes very pale. Yes, I know Mr. Holmes. He resides on the top floor.
I believe we have something for him.
Oh dear. How interesting. May I inquire as to what this is about? What?
We've been told to give him this envelope.
Okay, can I get insight from you, please?
Yeah. It's a nat 20.
Naturally inside.
Okay, you
I
got
return.
You told me.
Okay, does anyone else want to do an insight?
I shall try.
Yeah, I'll do an insight because apparently I can do insight, so why not?
An unnatural 20.
Be gentle.
Okay, the item in question is for Dr. Watson, not for...
Oh,
Not
we
for
knew
us.
that.
Mhm.
We're good at this, guys.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 4 and I wasn't paying attention to Scott, so I just assumed.
I am. If you go, keep kicking. Then you're going down. Okay, do you want to elaborate this to the woman?
And Mr. Watson, maybe? Do they live here? I know they're acquaintances. We know they're acquaintances, right?
Yes, you've met them. Or rather, they've met them. This was before you joined.
Yeah.
This needs a special pen to write on.
Okay, so she opens the gate and says, Mr. Dr. Watson is just upstairs on the first floor.
Stop it.
May I ask how exactly is that you know him?
We ran into them a couple of times.
I see. And what is this item that you want to give to him?
A work-related item.
Envelope of
I see.
stuff.
I see. How nice. If you'd like to follow me, please.
Are the doors small inside still?
No, these are normal sized doors now.
Okay.
Aside from this one, which is also a hobbit sized.
No, I'll leave the hobbit size. She's there watching me.
So
She obviously doesn't have a goat.
So she leads you up the stairway and stops at the first door and gently knocks on it. And after a brief moment, you hear a sound from inside, and she pokes her head in. Is that Dr. Watson? I do apologise for the interruption. There's some people here who have an item for you. Is that very good, very good. Send them up towards Shirley. He'll keep them company long enough for me to finish her. Now, Colonel, if you'd like to lie down on the bed, we can get started with the procedure. And she closes the door. So, if you'd like to head upstairs to the top floor, Dr. Watson's associate will be able to look after you long enough to sort this out.
He's not going to throw himself out a window again, is he?
I certainly hope not. Last time he did that, he landed straight on my bins. And she'll promptly then scurry away through this door. And you can hear the very definitive sounds of a lock engaging.
I don't think she likes us very much.
Okay, so do you guys want to head upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So Who's going first?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a normal sized door?
Yeah, normal sized door.
Okay. Well, then I suppose I'm just gonna cautiously. I'm gonna knock before I enter.
Okay. So there's a slight pause, and then you just hear a very gruff voice just shout out, "Enter!" Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, please?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I have plus 2. So 19.
So what was that?
19.
Okay. So from inside the door, a crossbow bolt pierces through the wood exactly where your hand was, but you're able to pull your hand away just in time, and you just hear from inside a voice shout, "Confound it all!"
What a lovely dude.
In you go, Kashan. I'm just going to push Kashan through the door. I'm just going to run off and push him through.
I consider for a sec whether or not I shoot my crossbow back as I open the door.
Okay, so you enter into what appears to be a very big, wide room. And this appears to be some sort of lobby chamber, which is then linked to other rooms. There are crossbow bolts absolutely everywhere. And Holmes appears to be sitting on a chair which is in the centre of the room. And dotted all around him are frying pans and saucepans, some of which are hanging from the ceiling, others are balanced at odd angles. Some are just simply sitting on bookshelves and stuff. He himself has a saucepan on his head, which he appears to be using as some sort of helmet.
And I try and shoot a crossbow bolt at the helmet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Guys, just be nice. Okay.
21.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
My barrel was
So
there.
roll damage, please.
You sure?
Where are all my d10s? Oh, right, hang on. There we go. That's 16. 7 damage.
So he turns to face you as the crossbow bolt just smashes straight into his chest. And he just looks down at him and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? Can't you see I'm investigating here?"
You shot at me, I'm shooting back.
Wait. And he comes up, he jumps down from his stool and comes over to you. "I know you from somewhere."
You know me from a few places.
"Are you here to help me test my hypothesis?"
No.
Maybe.
Excellent. At which point he jumps back onto his stool. He takes aim at apparently a random saucepan and fires. The crossbow bolt bounces from one saucepan to another to another to another, but then embeds itself in the wall over here. "Confound it all!"
What are you aiming to do here?
"I'm aiming for myself, you imbecile. Isn't that obvious?"
How?
Surely the easier option would be to just turn it around and shoot it at yourself.
Aha, but that is my hypothesis. I'm assuming the rest of you have also gone inside.
Yeah.
Yes. My bad.
Lumber, is Frank coming?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. I trust you have heard of the death of the pant seller.
No.
Ooh.
Can I get history from you all, please?
Oh.
Did we kill the pants over?
Oh no. I hope not. Oh no.
Mine's 12.
19.
It's sister stole all the
I'll,
pins, Maya.
I'll let you guys be the historians.
Actually got a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Okay, so basically while Torden was Godzillaing around the city, one of the things that you guys overheard was a news teller basically saying that the Grandmaster of the Guild of Pansellers had been found dead in his home, and the authorities suspected murder.
Oh.
And I guess
Obviously, you boys weren't there for that, but your characters knew. So.
That's great.
So, of course, as you very well know,
guys,
the Panseller was found dead in his home, having been shot in the head on the left side of his head with a crossbow bolt. But you will, of course, know that the Panseller was right-handed. It's very difficult to shoot oneself on the left side of your head with your right hand, wouldn't you agree?
How would you assume he shot
Couldn't he have
himself?
just used the left hand?
Ordinarily, you would think so, but unfortunately, the Panseller had a hook for a left hand. And so, the authorities, in their incompetence, believe that this was murder, disguised to look like suicide.
no, they just believe it was murder.
They believe that the Panseller's adulterous wife and her newfound lover murdered the Guildmaster for his inexorable fortune. But I, on the other hand, know better.
Of course you do.
I, on the other hand, know that it was in fact suicide to look like murder, to frame the adulterous couple. My only problem is I have been unable to prove it. He needs to go fire another crossbow bolt in a random direction.
Have a yellow and orange.
Can I get dexterity saving throws from all of you, please?
Oh, stop. Please be nice to me, guys. Eh. Okay.
22 for me.
Can't put it in upside down.
That's
It's not around.
Natural 20, which makes a 21 from me.
Alumba?
Oh. I got an 18.
Alumba, what did you get?
What were we rolling, sorry?
Dexterity saving throw.
Right. Ah, 1. Oh no, +1, 2.
Okay.
Yay!
You take 3 damage as the crossbow bolt embeds itself in your chest.
Ooh.
It just fell down there, Maya.
Blast it all. Now, my theory is that the Panseller, who had previously fought in the Great War as an elite crossbowman, had established a complicated system of pans and ricocheting objects so that he would be able to shoot with his right hand, ricochet the crossbow bolt across the room so that it shoots him in the left side of his head, thereby framing his adulterous wife and her lover for a murder they did not commit.
And why would you want to prove an adulterating person is not the bad guy?
For no other reason than for solving the case myself, my dear Watson. Now, stand back.
I'm not Watson.
Shut up, Watson. And he fires off another crossbow bolt. This one, however, bounces correctly and hits him on the left side of his saucepan head. Ah, success!
And that only took how many then?
497.
So 1 in 497 chance that this would happen.
Yes, exactly, Watson. You're catching on.
I'm just saying one.
So he climbs down from his stool with the crossbow bolt still in his head, and he sits down on the sofa. Watson, I'm bored.
Not Watson.
Watson, I'm bored. Entertain me.
Do you think he could help find a lost archangel?
A lost archangel, you say? Speak sense, Watson.
I'm not Watson, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, you keep on saying that, but it doesn't make it any more amusing. So tell me of this missing archangel.
Can I go up and see if the arrow is like, is it in the saucepan or in his head?
Okay, give me a medicine check, please.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Have you spelled dear again? Have you spelled dear?
22.
Okay. You can see that he suffered some level of head injury, as there's a droplet of blood coming down his head from where the crossbow was hit him.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit in front of him. Is he on the floor?
And he's sitting on one of the chairs.
I'm gonna drag a chair forwards, I'm gonna sit on it.
Watson, what are you doing?
I'm telling you about the Archangel, Mr. Holmes.
What have you done with your hair, Watson? It's a ludicrous shade of blonde.
Mr. Holmes, I'm not Watson, but I'm here to help and tell you about this Archangel, and I'm just gonna start speaking about the Archangel, and as I do that, I am going to use I'm going to use lay on hands on him and take the arrow out of his head. And I'll do like 4 HP. That should be enough, hopefully.
Watson, how many times have I told you this isn't the 21st century? We're not supposed to be having an affair.
What?
Yes. I ship it. Mr. Holmes.
Stop calling me
really
Mr. Holmes,
don't know-
Watson. I keep telling you, it's Holmes, just Holmes.
Okay, Holmes. I'm Morella. I'm not Watson. Watson's downstairs. You've met us though. Well, some of us.
Really, when was the last time that I met you, Watson?
I think he calls everyone Watson.
I think so too. Mr. Holmes, are you aware that I'm not your Watson?
What are you talking about, Watson?
Okay. No, he just believes we're all Watson. Holmes, how many Watsons are currently in this room?
Oh, let's see. There's Tall Watson, Green Watson, Small Green Watson, Archer Watson, and Bearded Watson.
Okay.
Wait.
You want to try and smack some sense into him?
Oh no.
No, I don't think we should. He is armed with a crossbow and so many frying pans.
They just wiggle the hour around in his head or something.
No!
I need to know if I'm tall Watson or bearded Watson, because I've got questions.
That's true. I don't know if I'm Green Watson or Bearded Watson.
Or
Or
tall.
Tall Watson, yeah. Yeah.
I can narrow it down to me not being green.
What if Holmes was colourblind?
Fuck.
What if he's seeing it red and calling it green?
Yes, there's dark grey Watson, there's darker grey Watson, there's white grey Watson.
Does anyone have any ideas on how to help people who are psychologically not there?
I mean, I suggested mine, but the
Can I just
consensus
go
was
get
don't
the
do
other one,
that.
get the actual Watson?
At which point there's a frantic knocking at the door, and a very dishevelled man comes sprinting through. Mr. Holmes, you have to help me. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you had guests.
Shaved Watson, I see.
That's okay, my fine fellow. These Watsons were here helping my case. Sit down. Explain your story to me. Watson, take notes.
Mr. Watson. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go take a seat on the couch. I'm just gonna.
What?
I already shot him. I don't know what I'm doing.
Barbie camper.
Okay,
Barbie
so
I
we can either montage our way through this, where I basically just explain what's going on, or do you guys want to try and take part in this?
Depends entirely on what's going on, really.
Okay, so
I'm curious as to what's going on.
okay, so the man sits down, and he's very panic-stricken. He's very much. You can very much tell that wherever he's come from, he's sprinted from there to here, and he literally has no idea what's going on. He basically explains that a friend of his gave him Holmes's details, and they starts explaining the situation. And that's basically several months ago. He received an invite from an unknown party to come to a place just off outside the city limits, where they were paying him 2 gold a day to copy out an encyclopedia. Basically because theirs were in bad condition and needed repairing. And he's been doing this for the last couple of weeks. Basically just working through the encyclopedia for just copying it out and collecting his 2 gold at the end of the day, and basically just coming home. Nothing has been particularly untoward about it. He's then, last week, he finished book A and was expecting to sign up for book B. However, when he arrived at the location, which would have been today, the people that he was working with weren't there, and the place was boarded up, completely locked, and had with no sign of that anybody had ever been there. He returned home, and realizing that he suddenly had the full day to do whatever he wanted, he decided to try and clear out his basement. At which point he found a giant hole in the wall linked to a tunnel. Can I then get a history check from each of you?
Nat 20.
Is that
Set.
You got 27.
9.
27.
two?
Okay, so you know that a couple of days ago, a couple of days ago, the local bank, on the day that you signed up for your accounts, had a break-in. And he's worried that because of his proximity to the bank, the tunnel leads directly into the vault, and that he'll be implicated. Does anyone want to have any guesses as to what's been happening here?
They've been going to his house while he's been there, waiting out the encyclopedia.
Do you say that out loud, or just keep it to yourself?
Keep it to myself for a moment. I want to see how this plays out.
Anyone else wants to have a guess?
I have the foggiest idea.
Marilla?
Yeah, no, me too. Don't know.
Charlotte?
Sorry, I was muted.
Mhm.
Rather than saying our suspicions out loud, I think a gentler way could work. Perhaps going. I'm going to look at the others and then turn to him and go, do you believe that maybe those who hired you perhaps had anything to do with this?
Excellent question, Watson. Yes, indeed. Did you ever meet these individuals? They were paying you such a vast amount of money for such simple work. And the man's like, no, I never actually met them face to face. I only picked up the gold once I was finished. I mean, I'm an honest man, so I did the work, but they just simply left the gold with me. I could have walked away and not have had anything to do with it. And you say that you haven't seen such people since last week. Well, last week was the last time that I saw them, sir. Then I would conclude, my friend, and bear in mind he's still got the saucepan on his head, that you have been lured out of your house by these people for the purpose of attempting to rob the bank. Now, fortunately, as you very well know, the robbery was thwarted mainly because the people there brought crossbows to their raid. And of course, the bank is protected against all manner of crossbow attacks. Unfortunately, it's not protected against other things, like ships and genies.
Hey, I'm getting, like, PTSD from these. I don't know.
This is very good information to have on hand.
We're not breaking into the bank.
Oh. Okay.
Not this time, don't worry. That's next time.
So, my friend, I would count myself lucky that you have not been implicated in such an ordeal just yet. However, I would say, the first opportunity, you should wall up the hole in your basement and forget the matter ever existed. And and be thankful that now, because of this, you have an acute understanding of all words that begin with letter A.
No, go sit down, mate.
So the man stands up and sort of bowing his thanks to the fact that everything has been sort of laid to rest in his mind. So, thank you, Mr. Holmes, and farewell. And he departs. Watson on board. Entertain me.
Tell about the Archangel.
Okay, so, and I'm just gonna run through the Archangel.
So how do you mean run through?
Like tell what happened with Mike.
Oh, not literally, I got excited.
No, I'm not gonna run through an Archangel. Do you know how much strength that would take?
You could try.
I don't think I want to.
Damn it. Okay.
I just don't think it's gonna go well for me personally.
Be funny as a spectator, though.
No.
Yes, indeed. I once tried running through a brick wall myself. That didn't end particularly well.
I think you run through a window one time.
Yes, stairs are very overrated, I think you'll find, Watson.
You and I have different understandings of stairs, I think.
But then again, that wall only had a challenge rating of 9. I believe Archangels have a challenge rating of 21.
Yeah, we're not.
Challenge
I don't think it's worth it.
Speak in a weird way, Mr. Holmes.
So what is this Archangel to you, Watson?
To me, they are someone who can aid and guide in times of need, and someone very important, not just to me, but many people. They are an important soldier and protector.
Indeed. So stop it. So whose case is this, Miss? Whose case is this, Watson? What brought this to your attention?
There is these people, and one of them can see archangels. It's theirs.
Indeed, and what sort of fee are you looking at?
Fee?
I didn't get you.
Yes, how much are they paying you to investigate this, Watson?
I hear they collect cake occasionally.
You're really selling this case.
I would get paid in cake.
True, I would too.
So at that point, you hear the door open, and Watson comes walking in.
Oh, thank God.
Watson, where the hell have you been? I've been downstairs doing my actual job, Holmes. Have you been tormenting these good fine people ever since they arrived?
Yes, he shot himself in the head. God point the arrow in his head.
He did do that. He's fine. He might have a mild concussion for a couple of days, so beware if he just passes out randomly.
Oh, don't worry, he does that regularly just as part of the course. He stretches and sits down in the chair. So, how may we help you, my fine people? It's good to see you again after so much time away. 5 days really does feel like several months. To the point that I can't actually remember what episode we met each other in.
Hang on. Metagaming for 2 seconds as Marilla opens up their search bar and starts searching old sessions. Wait, not that one. Was it when we... went to the fighting ring?
I actually have no idea.
Yes, Watson was at the fighting ring.
Watson was at the fighting ring. I don't know if that was the last time.
Yes, that was the last time that you met him. And
So that was 10 sessions ago as of today.
And he brought Kashan's brother to the inn that they're currently staying at.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of words being put out about your misadventures with that fighting ring. Many seem to think you did quite the public service.
Well, we did.
Yes, but unfortunately you may find that all of the fighters there suddenly lack an outlet for their violent tendencies. I fear crime may go up as a result of that.
Maybe create a safe axe throwing ring or something like that. Something that, you know, cheap but easy to get your anger out.
Indeed. But my apologies, I'm taking up too much of your time. How may we assist you? Watson, you're talking to yourself.
We have a letter.
Unless you say.
Oh. I pull it out of my pocket and I hand it to them.
Ah, yes, of course. Oh, you're alphas. When you say so when we first met, or the time after that?
Most people want to kill us.
Yes, so that is true, yes. Will the property be completely vacated, or will there be people residing there?
Come look in the fridge. Come. Wake me late for work.
That
Going to be
is...
vacant.
I open up the quest menu to research information. Because I have forgotten.
Okay, give me a history check with advantage then.
Ah. How did I roll the same thing twice?
Was that a good roll?
I think a 12 altogether. I rolled 2 8s.
Okay. So you know that the alphas themselves are going to be going the several ways. However, you don't know what's happening with Connor. After putting 2 and 2 together a bit, you guess that he's probably going to be remaining at the alpha base to look after the snake and the griffin.
Ah, yes. There'll probably be just the one there and a couple of animals.
Indeed. Well, I'll pop my head in every week or so and make sure everything is operational there. But tell me, is that Frank fellow going to be residing?
If you're lucky, he won't be.
Yes, unfortunately with that property, luck is very rarely on my side.
We could wish it for you, but we don't know how that'll end up.
No. I don't necessarily follow the the superstition of wishes, but I do appreciate the offer. Okay, so you hand over the key. Would you like to do anything else?
I think that's all we needed to do here, right?
Did you not want to ask Holmes about the Archangel?
Yes, Watson. Your fellow Watson here has been discussing a case most peculiar. Watson, give Watson your notes.
I give Watson my notes.
I see. After he flicks through it. And so you were the only person who could see this Archangel as she was taken away.
Not always. They have seen the archangels a couple of times, but most of the time they do appear invisible to everyone but me.
Well, I'm afraid that will make things quite difficult, but of course we will keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Well, if there is nothing else, I should probably get myself ready for my next surgery.
Good luck.
So he bows to each of the gents and then tips his hat to the ladies. So what would you guys like to do now?
Do we need anything from the stools?
I don't think so.
Well,
I was going to say, I think we've got everything, right?
you've got all of your provisions. However, you did say you wanted to get some money out. You got that money out and then probably spent it. So it's a question of whether you want to get more money out.
So currently in the bank account, guys, there is... There is currently 1,500 gold pieces.
15,000.
15,000. I can't read. There is 15,000 gold pieces in the bank. Do we want to take a bit more out? How is everyone looking for gold right now?
No.
I agree.
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
I have 5 platinum.
Wow.
I have 199.
Oh my god.
Remember, in so places that don't do it are Aquaveda, New Asagard, and they might withdraw from Minas Apidas, but it's not confirmed. So do we have enough?
We're going to New Asgard.
Which does not have a bank there.
So
This is like possibly our last chance.
I'm.
We should be okay with what we have.
Yeah.
For
Are
now.
we sure?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure, we're fine.
we're fairly flush right now.
We can always help some children. I
Yeah.
don't know why they'd have money, but you know, you never know. If needed, we just.
Worst case scenario, we could just rob a bank.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna go.
I
well.
mean, we could.
Okay, so you go to the Alpha Base to plan your heist.
So you take this door, I take that door.
And don't tell Marilla.
Okay, so you start off
Oh,
in
yeah.
the bank. So are you heading back to the Alpha Base then?
Is there anything else we need to do while we're here?
I don't believe so.
Oh.
We already went and seen the weird dude again, didn't we? In the magic
Which we're doing.
shop. That's a valid point. The guy in the magic shop, because I got the ring. Human summon. So I don't think we have anything else to do there. I think we're good.
Alright, so you guys come back to the Alpha Base then. While you've been gone, it seems that the wagon has arrived and that they're currently in the process of hooking out Baldwin.
So, to clarify, what exactly is the plan here? Are we taking Padwin with us?
So, what'd you say, David?
I want to find someone who can tell us exactly what the plan is here.
Okay, so Scott is by Ast, and he's basically hoiked Padwin onto Ast's head as he seems to be braiding her mane so that she's got dreadlocks instead of just like a free flowing mane.
Love that.
Jen has basically taken the Alicorn over, and Jason is getting his horse ready, and Clarissa is in charge of hooking Baldwin up to the wagon. So who would you like to talk to?
I guess Scott.
So he looks over to you, and you can basically see that Scott appears to be somebody who is very well versed in fighting from horseback, because you can see that pretty much all of his weaponry equipment has a home on the saddle that Ast has. So like his bow is hanging on one side, his sword is in scabbard on Ast, and then he's got a quiver on Ast, and then he's also got a quiver on his back as well. So that was quick.
It didn't take long. And I got to shoot Holmes with a crossbow, so all's good.
Oh, do you routinely go around shooting people with crossbows?
It's I make special cases.
Yeah, I can get behind that. And then he goes back to braiding Ast's mane.
So I have a question. What exactly is the plan here?
Well, now that everything's getting set up, we're basically just going to head straight off. Hopefully we'll be able to make it sort of halfway to the coast before nightfall. Get to the coast at some point tomorrow, and then take a barge over to New Asgard, and then just simply make the journey the rest of the way.
Are we doing this as a group?
Yep, put you lot, me, Jason, Stick, and George, and Padwin, and then Katie is going to make a journey to Aquavade with her new guys. Jen's going to head over to Dripsir along with Clarissa, and then Clarissa is going to try and meet you in Minas Sabadas once she's done there.
Okay. Do you think we'll get much company on the road?
Well, it's the road, and I'm not expecting anything other than bandits to sort of bar our crossing, but hopefully we'll have numbers on our side, so that'll dissuade them from doing anything stupid. But a little bit of excitement won't hurt him. But then again, this is D&D, so pretty much all travel has to have some sort of a random encounter in it.
True.
And again, it's not like anything's been foreshadowed at all at any point in this storyline.
Oh.
I'd be very surprised if anything went smooth sailing, to be honest.
There is
Yeah.
that weird dream we keep having about a castle in the mist.
Yes, and the weapons that for some reason you can't add to your inventory because of it.
What weapons?
So he finishes braiding Ast's hair, and this just happens to coincide with Baldwin getting wagoned up. And Clarissa comes over to Scott. So, you got everything? Yep, all in the pack here. So you got the headbands? Yep. You got the, you have our gifts? And Scott's like, oh, yeah. Come and justice to you guys. Come and help me with this. And so he basically goes inside, and then starts dragging out a rather large object, which has a sheet over it. He drags it over to the wagon, and you can see that it's leaving like a really long, for God's sake, a really long trail behind him. And he indicates that he wants to put it onto the wagon with your guys' help.
What you got there?
It's just a gift for the people of New Asgard. Give me a hand, I'll show you.
Well, against my better judgment, sure.
Okay, can I get a strength check from you, please?
Yeah. Yep. Ooh, it's a natural 20, so that gives me 25.
Okay, so without much difficulty, you guys managed to hoik it onto the wagon.
Can I do an investigation of the trail to see if I can identify what it is?
Sure.
I don't know why I decided to go with that. That's a 9.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about it. It's just that the earth has basically just been parted. Like a blade has just gone straight through the ground.
Well, fair enough.
So lifts up the sheet that's on it. They call it a horse-drawn plough. It's very, very something that they've got up in Neverwinter. Apparently, this is the sort of thing that will help all kinds of harvests, particularly the people in New Asgard who are still using hand tools for their agriculture.
Well,
Very expensive.
isn't technology something?
And then there's also this, and he reveals a much more smaller item sitting next to the plough. He lifts up the sheet that's on that. And it appears to be a kettle that then has a spiralling metal tube, which basically goes up a couple of rings and then comes back down in a very sort of like rigid format. So the person who sold me this basically tells me that this, I believe they call it distiller, is capable of turning seawater into drinking water.
That was very helpful. For people who take sea voyages fairly often.
Yes, indeed. So hopefully it'll be quite well received. Hopefully they don't already have one.
Oh, I guess we should probably go and find out.
Well said. Now, one moment, and he reaches into a bag. He appears to be counting something inside, and then he counts all of you. He's like, yeah, we should have enough.
Enough.
And he basically holds out the bag. Does anyone want this?
What is it?
These are headbands. We'll need them whenever we reach New Asgard. So it's important we don't lose them.
That'd look good in a headband.
I can put them in a beard.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'll take a hairband. Might as well.
There's not much point.
Yeah, I'll have one.
There's not much point in putting them on now, but keep them safe so that we'll be able to put them on when we need them.
What do they do?
Well, when we reach New Asgard, even though that we're friends, our alliance treaty with the people of New Asgard has somewhat expired. So these headbands signify that we're foreigners, but we're not to be fucked with.
Whoa.
Very well.
The
Do we?
stature of our group doesn't do that on its own.
Hi. Cool.
Alright, we all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Scott basically goes over to Katie and Carissa and gives them both a kiss. And then without any sort of like effort, he just hoiks himself up onto into the saddle and asked, and then basically calls out to all of you, "My friends, may our journey be long, filled with anguish, torment, and disaster, and may we all live long enough to complain about it in our old age."
So,
The littlest, the mediumest, the biggest.
Okay.
the biggest.
And so, with that heroic speech, you guys head off.
The littlest,
The
the
p-
mediumest, the
You guys present quite a nice little convoy, to the point that all of the people in Northwic sort of stop and point to you and let you pass and everything like that. Whenever you get to the gates, the guards there basically stop you and, and basically just inquire about business, etc. Scott basically just passes on the word. And he's like, "Well, beware, all of you. We've had word that there's a giant lizard patrolling the area. Destroying buildings, ripping up roofs, stealing goats, and scaring actors."
Oh no.
Terrifying.
You
Yeah,
don't
it's true.
say.
So Scott then turns
keep on
to
looking.
look at you, all of you, and is like, "Interesting that, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's quite scary, yeah.
We'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Daddy.
Be sure that you do. We're not entirely sure we'll be able to defend against such a beast, but we're on high alert.
Daddy.
As long as there's a goat nearby, I'm sure they're passive.
It makes sense to be on high alert.
So you journey through the gates and you begin your journey. Okay, so it's not like mid-morning at this point, so you're a bit behind schedule. So you can basically move 5 squares in any direction. But basically your end result should be here.
Are we taking the main path?
You can do if you want. Scott doesn't seem to particularly care which direction you're going in.
5 takes with the, yeah, if I just follow the sort of main path.
Okay. Where is it? Here we are. Okay, so when you get to the crossroad, sorry, first off, do you guys want to establish your marching order?
I'm happy to be like anywhere, honestly.
I want to stay sort of in the middle, so then I'm in sort of range of everyone for stuff.
Okay,
Let's jump.
So sort of like the position where I currently am.
okay.
I'll probably be towards the front with, like, leading Bobby.
big boys at the front.
Big boys at the front.
Oh, you.
I do unfortunately only have about 5-10 minutes left in me before I'll be dragged away.
That's okay. But Nathalie's already headed off, so I think we'll call it soon.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you guys are happy where you are and stuff?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Padwin's basically sitting on Baldwin's head while George is driving the wagon, and Tordem is basically just sitting at the back of the wagon. Stick is riding his Pegasus at the back, but walking it, and Scott is riding Ast, and Jason is riding his Hum. And you get to the crossroad, to the bridge that you would take to Aquaveda. And as you reach this path, you can see that there's a number of bodies which have been impaled on spikes. As you are just like going down this path. Scott and Jason have noticed them and they're getting a bit wary of the situation. And you hear Padman say, "Ooh, Daddy, Daddy, look, look, dead people."
Is there anything as to why these people have been put on spikes?
If I can get investigation from you.
You know, I think I see dead people, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
As long as you do see them, like.
That's a 4. There's dead people there, guys.
With a roll like that, are you even sure?
No, I'm gonna, like, check. I'm just gonna look a bit harder at one of them and be like, yeah, they're dead.
Mm-hmm. So, Scott and Jason move forward a little bit.
Can I have Frank take over sort of guiding Bolton and follow it up with Frank and Jason? I mean, Scott and Jason.
Yeah,
I'll
you want to do that? So Scott draws the sword, as does Jason. He's so careful. If this place doesn't scream ambush, then I'm obviously getting paranoid in my old age. At which point, a figure jumps across this log, which is barring up half in front of you.
Oh, I don't know if I'd call this a ambush, guys. Just...
Greetings. Greetings to our little campsite. What brings you on this fine day to join us?
We're just passing through.
Passing through, you say? How interesting. There is, of course, a tax to pass through this particular pathway, you must understand.
Oh, I really don't think that there is.
So Scott is leaning on his horse, and he seems to be quite amused by the situation. So he's like, no, I think we should hear this fine gentleman out. What exactly is the payment that we must make? And the gentleman grins. By the way, do you guys recognize who these guys are?
Yeah, I believe so. They're the guys, right?
They are indeed.
That I've completely forgotten the name of them.
We've been given names yet.
They're the ones who keep appearing, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
I'm insane, yeah. I think you might have been here for at least one of the sessions, Trin, maybe.
Yes, it's just a memory thing. Cool.
Basically, we've killed these guys multiple times.
Oh, those homies.
These guys! It's them again.
They're
They're
like
our
the
biggest
troll people.
fans.
So Scott basically asks, exactly what is this payment that we must make? And the lead guy, sort of the red one, says, well, my friend, only your lives. That's what she demands. Scott,
She demands?
Scott just sort of straightens up a bit and was like, she? It's like, yes, she. And the sky just suddenly goes black.
No!
And then just you see this swirling green light, which then suddenly comes crashing down onto the floor. Sorry, one sec. Oh yeah, stop it, please. Sorry, I'm trying to make... There we go. And a figure, a very, very large figure, just lands on the ground in front of you. And she has these immense black wings coming out of her back. She's covered in both scars, tattoos, and fresh cuts. And also her left arm is made entirely out of flame.
Well, you're new.
Marilla, can I get a perception check from you, please?
I rolled so good!
Let's go.
Let's go! This is like the best I've rolled for ages, and it's so nice. Perception, you say?
Yep.
That'll be a 24 from me.
Nice.
Right? No! 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 No!
Wait.
No! 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 I knew
Wait.
it! I knew it! I knew it! Why? What have you done?
And that's where we're going to leave the session for
No!
this week.
We have to keep playing. What have you done to her?
Oh, joy.
Hey, I deserve this, to be fair, after what I do to people in D&D.
Yeah.
What have you done? What have I missed?
I had a character death in my session on Thursday.
Yeah, it was great.
Well,
My God, no! No!
Nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
No! No, what if it's a miniature? What if I've ruined? No!
It's fine. It's a glow up, you know?
I don't know. Kind of gives us Boruto vibes.
So, shall we pencil in next Monday?
Sounds good to me.
Hopefully I'll have an actual voice so I can actually do the voice acting.
Woo! It's open.
Alright guys, thanks for playing. It was really good to finally play some D&D after so long.
Yeah.
It was so
Yes.
good.
Thank
Yes,
you
it
for the
was.
session.
Yeah, my other the other D&D group which I was part of has completely died now, so this is now my only outlet for D&D at the minute.
Well, I'm glad to be back as a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you as well, Bubba? Yeah, I'll put out a message over the weekend about whether people can sign up and everything, and we'll take it from here.
Sounds good.
I'll see if there's what I can do to get your items into your inventory. If I can't for whatever reason, then I'll replace them with something else, or just make up the same items as homebrew items.
Alright, cool.
That was super good. Thank
No
you.
doubt, no
Thank
doubt.
you.
Thank you.
I
Alright,
hope
guys.
you feel better
How's
soon.
Yeah.
How's your voice held
Yeah,
out
it's
with
good.
the
Honestly, yeah, I was
impressions,
very,
to be honest, like,
I was
quite-
very concerned. that-
Yeah. Go drink some like warm milk if you can.
Well, my doctor has actually said there's nothing I can do about it aside from not talk, which is kind of hard whenever you work in a call center. So,
Oh no.
Yeah, mildly. But I hope like a warm drink soothes it a bit if there's any pain.
yeah, hopefully. I've ordered one of those cold and flu steamer things,
Yeah, those
So-
are good.
so hopefully that will help. And we've also got this sort of like plug-in Arbusor diffuser thing,
Yep.
which is supposed to have during the night. So so hopefully that'll help.
Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go take these two to bed. So thanks for signing up, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you in a bit, guys.
Catch you guys later.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Love you all.